Good afternoon. Guzang Pola. Well, it's so different to stand here. I'm so nervous now. Thank you, Dashu Karmaura, CBS, and GNHC team, Jungdratsang, and IBC for organizing this wonderful event. Thank you, Dr. Ian Baker, for inviting me to speak here. Nervous. I really feel so fortunate to be among you all, among the great practitioners, scholars, big brains of Vajrayana Buddhism and Buddhism in general. I feel I'm the least qualified to speak about Vajrayana Buddhism here. I'm not trying to be humble. What I'm presenting here today is not because I'm a scholar. It's just out of my own interest. I want to tell you a little bit of how I became interested in Vajrayana Buddhism. As a Bhutanese, I think many people of my age or a little bit older than me, at a certain point of their time, they had the inspiration of becoming a nun or a monk, just leaving behind everything. Because those times, like in 80s or 90s, we did not have television or internet as outer distraction, and we had somebody at home who is a practitioner, normally our grandparents. So they were the only example of a meaningful living. So we wanted to become nun or a monk. For me, I wanted to become a nun because of my grandmother. She introduced me to Vajrayana Buddhism when I was 8 years old. She introduced me to Chöd practice. I loved it, not that I understood anything, but because of the melodies. It had beautiful melodies. I really wanted to learn it. At the age of 10, my grandmother, she got ill. She had pancreatic cancer. And I was really sad, and I was suffering. And then only thought that I had that moment was because I thought I want to become a nun to overcome my suffering, which was attachment at that moment. At 10, I started doing my ngondro. At 12, I completed my ngondro. But then my grandmother passed away. And just before she passed away, she made me promise that I will continue my modern education even if I wanted to become a practitioner. So I promised her. I kept the promise. I did the practices every day. But as time passed, I grew, and my priorities has changed. I was not wishing anymore to become a nun. I was more interested in samsaric life. I enjoyed everything about samsara. Getting to know boys, dating, hanging out, everything about nun was forgotten totally. Then when I was 20 years old, I was invited to Italy by Chögyal Namkhai Norbu, who later became my root teacher. I was in a big country, big mess, everything, yeah, a lot of distraction, and life became very busy, very, very busy, that my practices, daily practices became shorter, at certain point fewer, and then no practices at all. Then one day, I received teachings and transmissions of Mandarava, long life practice, from my teacher. The shortest version of the practice is a few mantras and meditation, which is perfect for my life, for my busy life. So that's how I started being interested in Yogini traditions. So today I'm going to present five yoginis that has like living tradition in Bhutan still. So first we talk about, this sounds like a cliche, like behind every great yogi there is a great yogini. But Western, in the Western culture also they understood, so they say like behind every successful man there is a successful woman. Michelle Obama, she declared it that when Obama became president, she said that. So, yeah, according to her, he became president because of her. These are 5 yoginis, timelines of 5 yoginis. Yeshe Choeling in 8th century, Monmo Tshering Choden in 8th century, Palden Tengwa in 12th century, Sonam Palden in 13th century, and Jomo Menmo in 13th century. It's not that there were only 5 yoginis, there were many, but these are the yoginis who left the living tradition of yogini in Bhutan. So Yeshe Chögyal, we don't need to talk much because Katarina, she already explained and she presented a very extensive biography of Yeshe Chögyal. As she said, she is the first female Buddha in Tibetan Buddhism. Monmo Tshering Choden. Monmo Tshering Choden, she was the daughter of the local king from Bumthang. She became the disciple of both Guru Rinpoche and Yeshe Chögyal. She received the Vajrayāna transmission and teachings from Yeshe Chögyal. She became one of the main disciples of Yeshe Chögyal, and she was the first female yogini who attained enlightenment in single lifetime here in Bhutan. And when Guru Rinpoche actually transformed into Dorji Dolor, Tshering Choden demonstrated her superior abilities, and she transformed herself into a tigress. That's how Taktsang became famous as Paro Taktsang. Because of her father, so I say like Bhutanese Yogini tradition, because of her, the Vajrayana Buddhism came to Bhutan, because her father invited Guru Rinpoche to Bhutan. Palden Tengwa, Dakini Palden Tengwa, during her life, she was known as Yogini of healing, longevity, and immortality. She is the reincarnation of Mandarawa, the Indian consort of Guru Pamasambhava. She appeared in the vision of Yuthok Yonten Gompo, the younger one, in the Kali forest, India during the 12th century. She taught medical science to Yuthok, and later she gave also the transmission of Yogini Nyingthik. She protected Yuthok through many obstacles and prophesied that he would spread Tibetan medicine throughout Tibet and Bhutan. For this, we still have Nangpe Mengkang, which is Swarikpa College here in Thimphu, and it is flourishing in Bhutan. Khandro Sonam Palden. Khandro Sonam Palden is a very good example of a householder yogini. She is the second wife of Phajwe Dukom Shipo, the founder of Drupa Kagyu in Bhutan. Phajwe Dukom Shipo met Sonam Palden on the bridge of Lungten Zampa. He was prophesied to take a consort who would help his Dharma activities flourish in Bhutan. So she was the main contributor for the Phajwe Dukom Shipo and his whole family to spread the Buddhism, Vajrayana Buddhism in Bhutan. Jomo Menmo is the reincarnation of Yeshe Chögyal. She is the first female treasure revealer. When she was 13 years old, she had the vision of Vajravarahi, and she revealed her first dharma. She is the wife of Guru Chowang. So Guru Chowang has many places of Guru Chowang in Kurte. And through the karma mudra practices, he was able to open his central channels. And Jomo Menmo transformed her karmic energy into wisdom energy. She remained a very brief moment with Guru Chowang. She revealed Dakini Yeshe Chögyal's Guru Yoga Dharma. She, with her two of her disciples, on the last day of her life, they performed Ganapuja or Tsok, and they did the rainbow body manifestation publicly. And she is one of the first female to attain rainbow body. So that's the historical part. Now we have the practical part. So Dakini means enlightened feminine wisdom. Dakini energy is essential in Vajrayana, and Dakini is the source of all activities. So this is like a road map, like a GPS nowadays, of Vajrayana Buddhism. So all of you know, first we have Ngondro, preliminary practice. Then we have Kerin, creation stage, Dzogchen, completion stage, Dzogchen, great perfection, and Rangdol, self-liberation. So this is how it looks like. This is two methods of Nyingma and Sarma. So according to Nyingma, there are three stages, which is Kerin, Dzogchen, and Dzogchen. In New School or Sarma, they mainly focus on Kerin and Dzogchen. So this is the creation stage. So we do the Nyingma version. This is the Kerim stage where we have Guru, Dewa, Dakini. Guru is the source of blessing. Dewa is source of accomplishment. Dakini, source of all activities. So in some schools, they focus on Guru Yoga rather than having many complex deities. Yuthok also advise not to chase after deities and Dakinis because they are all manifestation of the inner Guru, which is inseparable from ourselves. I don't think I have to explain the meaning of Kerim Dzogchen, right? All of you know that. So this is the example of a Kerim practice, Guru Yoga. If a female teacher, for example, I do with a female teacher. So this is the example of a female Guru Yoga teacher. Normally, in Nyingma tradition, we do with Guru Rinpoche or Gelugpa, you do with Jetong Kappa. But if you have a female teacher, this is the example. So you have Yeshe Chögyal as Guru, 5 Dakinis as Idam, Vajrayana as Dakini, and Rigpa or Rigma Kundusangmo. So Dzogchen, the completion stage, we have 6 yogas and 2 mudras. So Tummo practice is the base of all 6 yogas. So here we have Tummo yoga. Tummo is the foundation of the 6 yogas. So no matter you do Naropa yoga or Niguma yoga, it's done, the foundation is Vajravarahi. Tummo means rightful and first female deity. Tummo yoga utilizes feminine energy and emphasizes the importance of wisdom Dakinis. The main goal is to burn and transform negative forces into skillful wisdom and method. And then we have Karma Mudra. Karma Mudra is the path of bliss. So here you see a beautiful picture of Chakra Samvara in union with Vajravarahi. So Karma Mudra, many people think it is a male practice, but it is not. It is for female too. When you think about Karma Mudra, we normally think about Rupa Kunle. But Karma Mudra, there are very famous books like Sarah Khando's book where she talks very openly about Karma Mudra. It's the path of bliss or union practice, which has 2 stages. One is done solo practice with mindful breath and imagined partner, which is Jana Dakini. And the second is with a physical partner. So the final goal of Karma Mudra is the realization of our own blissful primordial awareness. So here we have the Ati Yoga of Monmotashi children, which is revealed by Guru Chowang. It's very simple. It says the mind is unborn and unending. Because of this, it has no self, no I, nor is it any other thing that exists. All 84,000 mental afflictions radiate out from the root of concept of an I. All the 84,000 different teachings or doorway to the Dharma lead to the same conclusion of no self. So this is the base of the Vajrayana Buddhism. So the first is Tawa. Tawa means view. The second is Gompa, meditation. Third is Tamsik. It's never straying away from the commitment. Chepa is the conduct. And Debu is last as the fruit or result, which is enlightenment. So this is the mantra of Dakini's Bam Hari Nisa. I was so nervous, I think I finished it before my time. I was rushing so much. Thank you so much.